1, 2, 3, move!
You are witnessing scenes from a percussion workshop for band directors conducted at the University of Michigan campus. Featured is the Vanguard Drum and Bugle Corps and their International Championship Percussion Section. They'll show how the drum section has been elevated from the role as a mere timekeeper and is now an exciting and driving force for today's marching band. We'll also show how any drum section can improve their performance level through the application of some basic principles. To develop this high level of performance that the Vanguard have achieved, each drummer in a section must improve his individual performance. This is possible with the help of a system called precision drumming. This system is a foundation for all drumming, as it explains the three types of muscular controls used and how they are combined to form the rudiments or patterns that we play. The system that I use is based on the development of the arms, hands, or wrists, and the finger controls. There are three basic muscular movements and controls to learn and remember. The first one, and the most basic, is the stroke beat, which is a full arm movement from the shoulder down through the wrist to the stick striking the drum. And it looks like this. We're going to get an interesting echo. All right, notice that my arm is on swivel from up here at the shoulder, and I'm popping my elbow out. I'm holding the stick securely. I'm not letting go with the fingers on this stroke. Importance is that this is called an arm movement. Left hand, same concept, holding onto the stick securely from the shoulder. All right, when you play them together, notice the volume level. That's important. That's called the stroke or the accent position. Next is the tap position, which involves only a wrist motion. Now, this position starts from about 6 to 8 inches off the drum, and when you're standing in normal attention position, and the wrist, you put the sticks on the drum with the beat of the stick on the head, and you simply lift up the beat of the stick without moving the arm, it'll look like this. Now that's what we call tap position. This is strictly a wrist motion. Notice the volume level, how it differs from the stroke. The muscular control. After we learn the stroke and the tap motions, we can apply them to a simple pattern such as the triplet. You'll see a stroke followed by a tap, getting ready for the next stroke that it's going to play. Another tap, stroke, tap, tap, stroke, tap, tap, stroke. The third motion is played from the grace note position. It is the most delicate and requires finger control. It should be worked on only after the stroke and tap motions have been mastered. If you would just look carefully, you'll see that I'm not really doing much with my wrist. I'm just letting the stick fall to the head. The grace note is a very soft beat, and when attached closely to a stroke, they make the rudiment we call a flam. Be careful not to lift the grace notes, but merely drop them from their stationary position of 1 to 2 inches above the drum. But notice that the grace note, when I'm playing flam, I stated before, is always down here, never picked up. These 3 basic motions are important because they are the foundation of all drumming. First, they must be mastered and then applied to the patterns or rudiments we play, just as we demonstrated on the triplet and the flam. The snare drum is 12 by 15 size. It's a standard size that all the corps use. It has a set of gut snares on the bottom. And why do they use gut? They use gut almost exclusively because it provides a crisp, dry, big sound. Wires are kind of rattly. They're hard to get uniformity out of a section when there's rattle. Next, let's go to the timp toms, and this is a trio of drums that is almost the standard now for the corps. The sizes are 10 by 14, 10 by 16, and 10 by 18. They use the clear heads because they're the most resonant sounding head for timp toms. To be effective, timp toms must be tuned properly. The best choices are to tune to a triad, either major, minor, or diminished. A sturdy carrier is a very important part of timp tom playing. It is a fiberglass molded shell that goes over the shoulders. I won't do it because of the microphone, but all the fellows are wearing them, and they're wearing them underneath their blouses. So it works very well under or over. The most important thing is that it provides stability for the drums. Bass drums should be in different sizes to produce different tones. A minimum of 2, tuned to an interval of a fifth, is a good choice. Note that the mallets for the drums become larger to match the size of the drum. 1, 2. Different tonal effects can be accomplished by pointing the direction of the heads toward or away from the audience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, you get a good idea.
Let's talk a little bit about the cymbals. You'll notice they use a variety of sizes and sounds. The reason being that they're exploring as many and a wide a variety of the sound spectrum as possible today. It's almost as though you have a percussion ensemble on the march. The next family is the marching timpani. The common sizes are 23, 26, and 29-inch diameters. Again, the choice of heads, it's a clear head, best resonant qualities. Recently added to the marching percussion are the mallet instrument. One, two, three, four. The final segment of our workshop was to demonstrate ideas for percussion scoring to music. First, we showed the timpani and mallet parts as they begin in Part A of this musical selection. At letter B, the other voices enter, and here are the snare drums using a ride cymbal technique. Also entering at B is a simple little tambourine and cowbell part performed by the tim-tom players. Here we show the tonal bass drum part. Now we combine all of the parts with the brass to demonstrate the total effect. Today's marching percussion can be a driving force in the band if they're motivated and follow the three principles of championship marching percussion. And last, challenge your section with worthwhile and interesting percussion music. This film is intended to illustrate the new direction of marching percussion and only scratches the surface of this very involved subject. Future films and teaching aids will deal in depth with the subject of musical scoring and the precision method.